I really do think this all comes down to congressional hearings, and I have heard that we're going to get more in the near term and over the next couple months. I hope that is accurate. Recently, investigative journalist Ross Coulthart said on the Jimmy Church radio program that most Americans don't recollect that this nation had hearings decades ago. And officials obfuscated, they lied, they avoided questions as they're doing now. That's what I recollect he said. And then he goes on to say, and they'll do that again now in this current phase of hearings if they can get away with it. So the question is, if indeed the Pentagon knows much more about UAP than they let lead on, can they get away with misleading the United States Congress, the public, and indeed all 8 billion of us humans at large? It's a great question. I don't think they can. And there's a few reasons why I don't think they can. For starters, the cat is already out of the bag. The cat is out of the bag more now than it has ever been before. So we already have an advantage. It's like a basketball game, right? It's quarter 3 and one team is up 20 points. Now the team up 20 points can still lose the game, but they got a pretty big advantage. And I think that's our scenario right now, based upon the past 4.5 years with so many people coming out of the woodwork, pilots, radar operators, technicians, Barack Obama, John Brennan, former DNI John Ratcliffe, and on it goes. The sound bites are there. The members of Congress have already been given classified briefings. It has been conveyed that they have seen very high fidelity data, so they already know that this enigma has a tremendous amount of validity to it. So now that we are in the midst, up to our eyeballs, of UAP hearings, can the Pentagon wiggle their way out of this? And my answer is no, they cannot. But it gets even better. Many people that were responsible for the policy of secrecy back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s and so forth, they're either not on this planet anymore, at least in the physical form, or they're just long retired. So this situation is very different than what it was. And perhaps there are many more people within the intelligence community that are allies for transparency compared to decades ago. You know, people die and new people get positions in government. The perspective on policy can shift. So I am optimistic. And these upcoming hearings are going to be absolutely fascinating. And what we had with the initial hearing, in my anticipation, will not and does not hold a candle to what we will have as this goes on. And we get pilots and radar operators, maybe even Lou Elizondo, maybe even people from legacy UAP efforts, maybe people that are current officials in the Pentagon on that stand, if you will, being asked questions under oath. So I'm very optimistic about where this is all heading. And I really do think it comes down to the hearings. And let me be real with y'all. If indeed the Pentagon has nothing to hide, right? Oh, it's an ambiguous mystery. It is a low information zone mystery, right? So they don't really know anything. They know no more than we know. If indeed that's the case, I think that will be made very apparent in the upcoming hearings. On the other hand, if the United States Pentagon actually has really super duper high fidelity data demonstrating breakaway technology of unknown origin, that there's no intelligence comes from adversaries and it doesn't come from our military inventory, that also will come out, in my opinion. And these upcoming hearings may lead to me looking like a complete, I don't know, what word should I use? Dummy? And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I'm always going to call it the way I see it. And I'm not going to do what I think some other people do, where they try to create their argument so that they can say they were right no matter what unfolds. Nah, son. Nah. I think they are obfuscating what they know about UAP. They know some of them don't stem from human intelligence, or almost no. And they've been giving the wrong impression for decades. That's what I think is going to emerge as reality in the future hearings. And if I'm wrong, I ain't gonna be wishy-washy. I'm gonna be like, I was wrong. My analysis stunk. I'm gonna own that, baby, because that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm not gonna water it down. I'm just gonna own it. It is what it is. So that's just a little thought I had. I'm gonna probably upload this on my main channel. This was gonna be a Twitter video, but why not? I'm working right now on some analysis of the hearing we just had on May 17th. And I think I'm just gonna keep uploading analyses of small little parts of it, as opposed to doing this big analysis where I go through the whole thing. But that's all I got to say for right now. And this is a very exciting time. And boy, oh boy, future hearings are going to be fascinating. I mean, fascinating. And I can't tell you with certainty what they're going to reveal, whether they're going to make me look like someone who basically had the right idea, or make me look like I was just someone who had a tinfoil hat wrapped too tight around my cranium. I don't know, but I'm ready for the ride. My snack inventory is doing quite well. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to subscribe. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can check out my merch shop where I sell t-shirts. You could become a patron. You could become a YouTube member. You could even just give me a one-time donation, and all of those potentialities are in the description box below. Or you could just slap a like on this bad boy, and I will appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Special thanks to all patrons, YouTube members, those that have bought merch, those that have given me a one-time donation. I couldn't do without you. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode.